Hello everyone, good morning. How are you all? So, are you ready for today's class? Today we have English language class, and today we will be doing a very important point in English language. So, let's start.
Okay, so today we will be doing English language lesson 4, that is nouns. So before starting with this topic, I want you to just have a look at the topic parts of speech. What are parts of speech? They are the words which we use in grammar, and there are many word categories. Every word in a sentence are from these categories. Basically there are 8 categories of parts of speech, and we will learn them slowly. These are those 8 categories. We have nouns, we have pronouns, then verbs, adverbs, conjunction, preposition, interjection, and adjectives. These are the 8 categories of parts of speech, and today we are doing nouns. So I think you all have learned this topic nouns previously in your classes. So let's just have a quick revision of what you have already done. What is the definition? Noun is a name of a person, place, animal, or bird or thing. Okay, this is a noun. Let's see some examples. This is a picture of a lady. Her name is Mother Teresa, and this is an example for person. Now there are many more examples for person, like we have your mother, your father, you, me, President of India, Prime Minister of India. These all are examples for person. Okay, can you recognize this picture? This is a picture of Taj Mahal, and it is an example for place. Now for place we can also have a name of a country, name of a city, name of an island, name of your school, name of your railway station, name of your playground, whatever place we say is a noun. Next we have a picture of a very cute looking dog, and it comes into category of animal. So all the animals are also an example for nouns. Then we have a very beautiful picture of a bird, that is peacock. So all the birds also are nouns. At the end we have a picture of a watch, which is an example for thing. So all the things, like we have a calculator, we have an almirah, we have a computer, these all are example for thing. Now there are various types of nouns: proper and common nouns, countable and uncountable nouns, abstract and concrete nouns, and material nouns, and collective nouns. Now we will study them in a more detailed manner. First we have proper and common nouns. Now proper and common nouns, so I think you all have learned many a times in your previous classes. What are proper nouns? Proper nouns are the special names given to particular person, place, animal, birds or thing. When we are talking about someone, particularly someone, and we are calling that person with a name, that is called a proper noun. For example, I am having name, you are having your name. So when you are called out with that, that is a proper noun. For example, we have Rahul, Raj, Taj Mahal, etc. Common nouns are the name given to person, place, animal, birds or things which are of the same kind. For example, boy, city, etc. So when we are talking about someone which are of the same kind, we say a common name, that is a boy, a girl, a city, a cat. These are called common nouns. Now there are some more examples for it. For common noun, you can see I have given city, a common word which we use for all the city. And if we talk about the same thing in the proper, that is Jhansi. We are saying about books, we are talking about all the books. And if we want to talk about one book, we have given a name, Jungle Book. Then we have boy or girl, I have given a proper noun, Rahul and Riya. And we have buildings, I have given the word Taj Mahal. So this is the example for proper noun and common noun. Now let's move to the next category of nouns, that is countable and uncountable noun. I think by the name only you can make out what does this mean. So countable nouns are nouns that we can count. For example, apples, oranges, etc., we can count them. Those things which we can count are countable nouns. For example, scissors, rulers, scale, bananas, we can count them. And uncountable noun are just opposite of them, which we cannot count, that is sugar, water, rice. Now I have also given a chart for you to make it for you to understand it more easily. The green column has the chart for countable nouns, and the pink one has the chart for uncountable nouns. So for countable, some examples are given: banana, hot dog, apple. And for uncountable, some example are given: milk, sugar, jam, rice. Okay. Next, we move on to the next category, that is abstract noun, concrete noun, and material noun. Now what is abstract noun? Abstract noun are the names of things we cannot see or touch but can feel, hear and think. For example, honesty and kindness. Now those nouns which we cannot see, we cannot touch them, but we can feel them, we can think them, and we can hear of them, are called abstract noun. For example, we have honesty, kindness, wisdom, anger, love, bravery. There are abstract nouns. Concrete nouns are the names of objects we can see or touch. So all the objects we can see or touch are concrete noun. Similarly, all the nouns except abstract noun are concrete nouns. Next, we have material nouns. Material nouns are the words for material that other things are made of. Now we use so many things in our daily life. All the things are made up of some particular material. That material is called as material noun. For example, we have glass, gold, silver, and I have also given a picture of a wood. So for making furniture, we use a wood. For making almirah, we use iron. We also use wood for that. For making ornaments, we were making jewelry, we use gold, silver. These are all material noun. Next, we have the last type of noun, that is collective noun. Now what is collective noun? Collective nouns are the names of group of people, animal, birds and things taken as one unit. When we are talking about a group of nouns, a group of person, a group of animal, a group of things, that is called a collective noun. So there are certain name given to the group of people or place, people or animal or thing. For example, when some horses are standing, we will not say group of horses, we will say a team of horses. For keys, we say a bunch of keys. For flowers, so many flowers, we say a bouquet of flowers. Similarly, if you are saying I am going to present a flowers to my teacher, that's wrong. You can say I am going to present a bouquet for my teacher. There are some more examples which I have given for collective noun. For persons, I have given a band of men, a choir of singers, a class of students, a gang of thieves, an army of soldiers. For animals, for dogs, we say a pack of dogs. For hens, a flock of hens, a herd of cows, a bed of oysters, and a pride of lions. And for thing, we say a suite of rooms, a fleet of ships, a bunch of grapes, a bowl of rice, and a library of books. There are many more types, there are many more names of collective nouns, but I know it's not possible for you to learn all of them, but I would like you to learn some common which we use in our daily day-to-day life, or we have heard of them. For example, in this example only you can see a choir of singers. Now you have seen so many children in our school, they stand in the morning assembly to sing for the whole school. So we can use this word, in spite of saying group of singers, we can say a choir of singers. For students, we can use a class of students. Then for dogs, you can learn a pack of dogs. For rice, you can learn a bowl of rice. For books, a library of books. Okay, so this is all for today's class, today's lesson, and I think you have understood this. I want you to watch it again if you have not understood it clearly, and you can just go through your book and read what is written there, read more examples for it, and we will also do the exercise very quickly. Okay, thank you and have a wonderful day.